that point into our simulated countdown.
Lunchtime, kids! All right!
Yum, 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 yum.
Hello, friends. It's lunchtime.
Well, hello there, and welcome. I am Josh. Welcome to the Friday episode of The Lunch Break. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And after the show, wherever your podcasts are kept, I am Josh in studio with Zach and Anna. In the booth, as always, is Matt. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal Friday. Got some hot topics to get into today. But we're starting off with something that we forgot to talk about both Monday and Wednesday. Anna's been in the States for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And every
2 years
day,
too long.
every day becoming more and more American.
It's true.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, a little bit closer to the red, white, and blue bald eagle tattoo on the way, I'm sure. She made a stop off at a pinnacle American place.
You probably could get a bald eagle tattoo here.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted one in college.
Yeah.
And
You
backed
did?
out of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. I wanted to be that guy.
Whole chest.
Yeah. You went to Costco.
We did.
You
that was
and
the joke.
Diego.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. So my husband and I, after the show, I kept telling Diego, we have to go to Costco.
We sold it well, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
and you
God.
did. And, as good kind of foreigners, we really want to live America to the fullest. And so the next on the checklist was to visit the Costco.
Yeah.
The
Costco.
Yeah. The one, the only.
Yeah, we actually visited one that was the warehouse, so big enough, right?
They're all the
They're all
warehouses.
Oh, they all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all that big.
Spoiler alert, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I thought there was some more warehouses. I guess if you do shop online, they're not.
They all look like you wound up at the wrong place.
Yeah.
It was actually all right. There were a lot of kiddos hanging around, so that gives it a bit of a safety thing. Now,
Sure.
I gotta say, everything was gigantic as we expected. But man, everyone rolling in there was rolling with a cart. And we wanted to give it kind of like a spin before we committed to the membership. A lot of people have been talking and praising Costco and really good quality products. Shout out to Costco. And
We're looking for sponsorships,
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah, what up,
Slide us a
Costco?
resume. How about that?
and so we were like, oh my God, these people are carrying, big trolleys. And we're like, kind of like, let's just go and see. We were stopped straight away because we assumed we didn't have to flash our card. But
Nope.
the gentleman in the entrance, he was prepared and he was a professional. He looked us in the eyes like, no members. And like, we give it away by not having anything, like not a basket, nothing on our hands? I mean, who goes to Costco with their bare hands?
Other than first timers. This guy isn't your average Walmart
No,
greeter. Yeah,
no.
he knows
yeah.
what he's doing.
Oh,
That's TSA going on at Costco.
So we did have a membership. We signed
Good.
up for membership.
You signed up for a
because-
Costco membership. Wait, so sight unseen? You just went straight to the membership counter?
We went to the membership counter. Sorry, I'm skipping here. And he was like, well, if you'd like to go around, you can't buy anything. I loved how everyone kept telling us, you cannot buy anything.
Right.
And you're like, okay. But if you go online, you can find tons and tons of articles.
But you still can't buy anything without a card online.
Really? You still have to punch in like a code or
Yeah.
But
something?
if you Google,
Yeah, okay.
if you Google Costco, can I wonder at Costco and buy things without being a member? There's tons of
Oh,
articles.
yeah. You totally can.
Can
But-
you? I thought they scan your membership
They
card
don't-
at
no.
the...
And
They
then-
do?
Never.
What do you mean say no?
No.
They check it.
The one in Plano, because you may have gone to a sketchier one. The one in Plano, West Plano, they don't sketch your card.
A fine establishment.
Yeah, they go, "Good day, governor," and they tip their hat to you. You tip your hat back. You walk in.
No, I don't mean walking in. I mean at the checkout.
Oh yeah, you have to have
At
a
the
card to
checkout.
buy
Yeah,
something.
they scan your card at checkout.
Yeah. But just to wander around and get samples,
Right.
you're fine.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
did. Oh, Josh, we were all over the
Sample day.
samples.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here's what bothers me is that you went to Costco. And you didn't bulk up on cereal. You didn't get like giant pickles or 3 pounds of chocolate chips. You bought what?
So, as my history of saving the planet precedes me, in this company, we did buy trash grabbers. They were 2 for $10.
Like the long arms where you pull
Oh
it.
yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
and that's it's like a clamp.
yeah, like if a T-Rex needed extra length.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that
it.
even at Costco, like that comes in bulk. Like you can't just get. Of course, you got to get multiple. It's got to
Right.
be 2.
Yeah, pack of 2.
That
Good for
and
you.
you know, like random things like water filters, stuff like that. Nothing too not too crazy because our car isn't that big, so we couldn't buy.
Here's
lots of
a
things.
here's a pro Costco tip because we get our paper towels and toiletries there.
Yeah.
Because you buy in bulk. Why
Right.
not? They have for like $2 off. They have the like the Marathon brand of toilet paper.
Okay.
Don't.
Is it one ply?
Yeah, and it may be less than a ply. I'm not sure what's less than a ply, like half ply. It is
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah,
I'll
Costco pro tip.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
something really scary. Now, we signed up a week ago. Yesterday, we received coupons from Kroger on the mail
Oh wow.
for a lot of things we did buy at Costco.
Really?
Uh-oh.
That's got to be coincidental,
Uh-oh.
right?
No.
There's no way there's any kind
First,
of.
we never
Were they watching
received coupons on the mail ever.
Yeah.
And second, how do they know?
It's
Right.
it's a conspiracy.
Scary,
It's a conspiracy.
if you ask
So
me.
did they get you at checkout with the no bags thing? Because they don't have anything. They don't bag your items. They
They
don't
have
give
boxes.
you.
Yeah.
If you can find them, yeah, they have boxes.
we came
but,
prepared.
oh, did you?
We
you
always
brought
have
your own
like
bags.
we have our own bags
Yeah.
in the car.
Is that a thing at Costco? You got to bring your own
Of
bags?
course.
Yeah,
I didn't
either
know
that,
that,
or
yeah.
you grab
box.
They'll have like the boxes of
Apples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like whatever
Well,
apples
we
came
didn't-
in.
What's
they'll
the
have-
What's the going rate on a Costco membership?
Like
What
50-something bucks.
what are you
It's,
paying
$6.
for?
But the
Like-
the problem isn't the bags. The bags would have to be huge because you're buying everything that's like 6
Sure.
pounds.
Okay, that is
Yeah.
fair. You are buying large
So it's not
sizes.
like you can put it in like a
Okay,
Tom
I was like,
Thumb
what? They
sack
can afford bags? What's the problem here? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just
So-
end up with a lot of loose items in your cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go. Our Costco membership alone has paid for itself just in dog food. The dog food there's
Really?
also top notch. We get dog food there, and it saves us, $60-70 a year.
Dog food. Any other big Costco staples? Because I don't have a membership. My parents have one, and every time I go, I feel like I've come into this mecca, like a monument to man's ignorance. And I think I gotta
Get
get
anything you
something.
need.
I gotta find something here, and I never.
Meat is really good if
Okay.
if you're planning
Yes.
on having a bunch of people over. I used to
Yeah.
always go get meat there.
Sure.
Clothes aren't half bad. You can get some. You can get a shirt.
You
Oh,
can-
and
You can
wine.
get some cargo shorts
You
like
can get
nobody's
some.
business.
You can get some cargo shorts and a
Sir.
shirt if you need to.
Wine.
wine.
Yeah.
Yep. We
Yeah.
got I let my husband loose in the wine section. He came back to me with the sparkliest eyes. He was like, Anna, the wine is worth it.
The wine is worth it.
As a
Hey.
wine French man,
Yeah.
he does know his wine, and it was like Christmas Day for him.
Yeah.
I would love to get like Diego's top 10 picks of affordable wine bottles that would be drinkable by a Frenchman. That I could be, okay, there you go. I know this is going to be at least tolerable.
I assume his standard of quality based on
much higher than
his
mine.
nationality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, well, naturally.
Oh,
yeah.
I still leave him when we dine out. I'm still you're choosing the wine
Yeah, you pick.
because it runs. You don't have blood in your veins. You have wine. So
Yeah,
Right.
of
you know.
course. That's why they're so angry all the time.
Can I just point out, of all the people in this show who normally match, Josh and Anna were not the two that I would.
Oh,
I would
wow.
pick to
Yeah, look
see
at that.
who dress alike right
You're
now.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, we are
Very coordinated. You even got the buttons.
Yeah, we talked it out.
Well
I'll take a
done.
quick break. When we come back, we have the selfie celeb fix for how to help nonprofit organizations around the world. That and more when we come right back on the Lunch Break Show. with the Lunch Break Show. Again, I am Josh with Zach, Hannah, and Matt. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 until 1, talking about hot topics, things that may be in your feed on Facebook, maybe just trending on Twitter. You never know. We cover any and all things. If you have something that you want to see, you can post a link in the Facebook comments below. Be more than happy to tackle that for you. Right now, we have coming up the fix. I know, as the cheese indicated, it didn't make a lot of sense, as Zach pointed out.
I'm certainly intrigued.
Yeah, because I had a tease I was gonna do, and I switched like mid-sentence. So
Okay, good
instead,
pivot.
instead, I'm talking about how celebs have hopefully fixed their celebrity crisis as far as when it comes to selfies. Because when they say that they hate taking selfies, so what they've done is they've incorporated a charity angle to the back of it.
Okay.
So
Are
now,
they saying like selfies with fans?
with
so somebody comes up and says, "I want a selfie."
the commoners like us. So now
Sir.
these, sir. Now these people take, they're called
Uncommoners.
C-snaps.
All right.
Which, horrible name. The C-snap is a celebrity snap that you take.
Sure.
And you can, so I guess like the celebrity takes it, and then you can go to their feed and you can take it from their feed, and you can post it on your social media if you spend $3.
What?
So
You have to pay for a selfie
but
now?
that goes to charity. So the celebrity picks a charity of their choice,
Yeah.
and they go, great. So they take a picture on their phone, not on your phone, on their phone. They take a picture, and it automatically uploads to C-Chat. And then to download that photo, you can for $3.
All right, here's where I come out against charities. Dude, we cannot start a precedent where we're paying people for selfies. That is a horrible idea. Have you seen the price of autographs at a Comic-Con? Oh, my God. You got to pay $120 for Stan Lee's autograph, and that's after you stand in line and pay to get into the joint.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We're monetizing autographs, okay? And selfies are the autograph of the 21st century. If we're going to start charging for these things, like it's anarchy. Where are we going?
It's not anarchy. If anything,
Not yet, Josh.
Everything has a price.
Look.
If you want something bad enough, then capitalism says you should be able to buy it.
No.
And so instead of having to wait outside Stan Lee's house in the bushes somewhere and jumping out, and he has to live in shame and hide behind everything, instead he knows, I hate doing this because it's a cumbersome, taxing thing, and every single nerd who read all my magazines and stuff comes out and bothers me. Instead of saying that, because that sounds bad, they sit down in a room, and if you want it bad enough, then you spend the $125. You wait in a long line. Apparently, a lot of people want to do that.
Yeah.
And he signs it, greets you, and to him, it's an exchange of goods.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think these C-snaps make the process any easier, right? Because you're always going to have, when somebody comes up to say, I want a selfie, it can't just be, okay, let's grab a quick selfie and go. It's got to be, well, all right, you can get a selfie, but I've got to take out my phone, and I've got to do it on mine, and then you got to go to this website, and then you got to pay this money, and then you can post it. That makes the process that much. If the problem is that they don't like being slowed down by people stopping for selfies, what's quicker? Getting a quick selfie or having to explain to someone, no, you can't use your phone. No, you have to go to this website. No, you can only post it if you pay this much money. Here's how you get there. Let me take my picture and all this stuff.
The difference is that if I'm a celeb and someone comes up to me and wants a selfie, I know you're just using that to like post online and to like get fans and followers and blah. I don't care about that. But if I have a charity that I care about, you know what? Now I'm not doing it for you and your, fandom. I'm doing it for my charity.
But that's not what they said, or that's not what you said. They said you said that they were bothered by people coming up and.
That's not what they said online. That's what it is. Like
Right.
I did an interview one time, and I forget who the artist was. And in the interview, I said, "Hey, we're getting ready to do like the interview. Like they're getting all the mic and stuff set up. I'm like, hey, what's like the worst part of your day?" Like, everyone thinks you're this like big rock star and you have this awesome epic life. Like, what's the worst part of your day? He goes, this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he goes, having to talk to people who ask the same 5, 6, 7 questions.
Yeah.
Getting up, he goes, not being able to do what I love and having to sit down and do this is an important part of it, but this is my least favorite part of the day.
Sure.
And so there's a lot of people out there who go, hey, I love acting. I love being a musician. I love being whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the worst part of it is when I'm not getting to do that and I have to interact with people and I have to like be fake and like, oh, that's so great. And, oh, yes, your drawings are epic. I'll keep them forever. Like you have to have that interaction. They don't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't care. I don't care that they don't want to do that.
That argument is so contrived. You are choosing to go to interviews. You are choosing to interact with people.
You have to. Contractually, you have to.
Yeah,
there are actors who do not.
Yes, because it's in their contract.
Right.
But for the up and comers, the ones who haven't reached the Bono status,
right,
you don't have a choice.
Well, that's like a plumber complaining about all the crap they have to deal with. Like, kind of comes with the job, doesn't it? Like, tough. That's tough for you that you make $1 bajillion and you have adoring fans who would sacrifice huge chunks of time, money, and energy to spend time with you for a second. Like, that's really hard for you, right?
I don't like the... I don't agree that people should be followed around by paparazzi constantly. Yeah. I don't believe that people should be jumping fences and invading someone's privacy. But if you're out in public, part of being a celebrity is that you have fans. That's the whole reason you have your job, is because people like you and like what you do. If those people didn't exist, you would not exist as a celebrity. So that's part of it. That's part of the gig, is dealing with the random person that comes up to you in the street. Again, with limitations. No stalkers, no people breaking the law. But if your biggest problem in the day is dealing with some fans that come up to you while you're walking down the street, get over it,
right?
Or retire from acting.
And if you really, really don't want to deal with it, if you're not into it, do what somebody like Deadmau5 does and wear a freaking helmet and nobody knows, and you can walk around on the street as much as you want. Like, you can choose to leave that out in your art. But if you're accepting that I'm going to make this thing contribute to the world and slap my name and photo on it, then that's one of the consequences that comes with it, right? I mean, that is what that is.
Not if you're an actor.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Deadmau5 isn't starring in the next Mission Impossible movie.
No, but he might have done the soundtrack for it. I don't know. know.
It's just one of those deals. I understand, and I like the fact that someone's trying to think outside the box. There's a need for people that want to take selfies. There's a need for people who are always online. Hey, donate to my charity. Let's put these two needs together. They want to take pictures of you. They'll spend $3. That's not $120. They'll spend $3 to be able to download the photo to use on their site. It makes sense.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but I think it should be in a controlled environment. Like, if you're doing a public appearance, it should be, okay, all the pictures that we take here today are C-snaps. Just a bunch of C-snaps, and you're going to take these pictures, and you'll pay $3. It doesn't cost you anything to come and meet and say hello and get a book autographed or whatever. But if you want a picture, then we're doing this charity thing, so you got to pay $3 to get it. That's fine. If you just run into somebody on the street, I think that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Plus,
And
go ahead. Sorry. Celebrities, they don't want to pull their phone out very likely, because they'll be like, well, what if as I take a photo, this person that I don't know takes it from me.
Grabs it and runs. Yeah, like, oh, I got Stanley's phone.
Come on.
It's an old flip phone.
It's right.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. And I have trouble believing that, like, in that $3, there's not at least a percentile of a cent going to a service that's doing all of this for somebody. Somebody is making money. This is capitalism at work. Yeah, there's no way that every dime of that $3 is going directly to a charity. Like, even Venmo takes some off the top. It's got to happen. So I'm skeptical of the whole thing.
So from celebrities who take photos to people who have taken photos for free and became celebrities, we're going to talk about that with the Glamour Shot mugshots coming up next. And we are back on the Lunch Break Show. So this has been a photo that's been circulating around for a bit here, like I said, like a day or two, right? Yeah. And it is a mugshot. We all saw the mugshot of the guy with like the tattoo on his neck and the deep blue eyes.
Oh, the very handsome man,
that came out. But he was like arrested for like assault or something. But every girl was like, and then.
He got a modeling gig out of that.
Yeah,
that worked.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he blew the whole thing.
Yeah,
but,
he totally did.
No.
No?
If you go on Instagram, this dude is living the high life.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, good for him.
He actually, I think it was him that he was meant, either him or someone else, they were meant to be in London Fashion Week, but because he was a felon or something, there was an issue with his visa. So he couldn't actually attend London Fashion Week or something because of that being on his record.
If there's anything I enjoy seeing as a hardworking member of the middle class society, it's the success of other people based on a random winning of a genetic lottery. Man, that's great.
Yeah.
He looked good, and he gets to live the high life for it. Good for you.
I thought that he didn't. Like I thought that like they did that one shot and they saw another photo of him like on another thing. And he did not look attractive. They did like a side by side. And Anna's giving me the eye. Is this one of those like because he's a bad boy? He's a bad boy. You just want to like save him. I can fix him and make him good.
That's right.
Yeah,
turn him all around.
Well, so we've seen the male version of that. And there's been a couple of female versions, but this is our very own Dallas, Texas.
Dallas,
Texas.
D-town, baby.
A woman named Marshayla Perkins, 19 years old.
19
was arrested for marijuana possession back in February 6th.
Yeah.
And now she's getting people wanting her tips on her makeup style. Who trolls the mugshots to go, oh,
there's
what her smoky eye is on key.
Believe it or
I'm
not,
gonna need some tips.
There's a few random accounts on various social media sites. This one came from at mugshotbays on Twitter. BAES, mugshotbays, which is exactly that. It is somebody who trolls the internet for pictures of people that get mugshots that are particularly
she's
attractive.
a cute girl.
Sure.
I mean, her makeup is on point. Sure. Her, good
on fleek,
contouring.
is that what they would say?
Yeah, on fleek. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, her and I could chop it up.
She already looks great in orange. So
yeah, that's
well done
good.
There. Yeah.
I mean, I just, but like, I don't know, like, what do you expect when you reach out and go, hey, I think you should teach me some makeup tutorials.
What do you mean? Other than like a makeup tutorial?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just random how people find like this sort of stuff and how these things take off.
I don't know if you remember, but they used to sell at, say, like 7-Eleven, I think at the counter, they used to sell the mugshot newsletters.
Yeah,
where they would just collect all the ones from the previous couple of weeks and they put them all together.
Yeah,
and they were hysterical. I mean, it's laughing at someone else's terrible situation, I guess.
Right.
But man, some of them were just like, oh my god, these are ridiculous.
I don't want to get too far in the weeds on that. How could 7-Eleven possibly make money off of public-facing records of somebody else's photo? Like, I don't know. That just seems weird. You're like, we can privatize that and make money. I would buy one, to be fair. Yeah. I would totally consume that. But either way, it is funny. And she said that, like, since it's happened, she's, like, had somebody approach her about making a makeup line now, and, like, things are working out great. So she's just going to lean into it and go for it. I was like, man, getting arrested ain't so bad. Like, that's great. Good job. Well done.
I will say this: of all the mugshots that you see,
are you on it?
No. I'm trying to fact check Anna on this Jeremy Meeks.
Jeremy Meeks.
Meek to see if he's. Oh, good God,
Anna! What? Come on.
Him and his wife are now divorced. So they got divorced in July.
She couldn't handle the C-snaps he was having to take.
I'm going through his feed now, and he had a kid recently. I just do not like him.
Does his child have the same piercing blue eyes, that deep gaze?
The goggles of I don't like him, so whatever.
Oh, right, that's what it is.
It's not like I don't have like automatic hatred. I love the story when it first came out, but like you just see him, and I've seen those people before, and it looks like the conversation you guys would have would be about 35 seconds.
Right.
And that's hi, I'm Josh, I'm Jeremy Meek. And then crickets.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the conversation we would
It's all you have in common with the gentleman.
Yeah.
what he's on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm going through it now, and sure enough, there's pictures of him in different places and states, and he's obviously traveling to Paris.
I'm grabbing his picture for
and
everybody.
Russia. And just,
I love how we are touring the whole show.
I know. I don't
Yeah.
want to get too far off from
No.
what's her
Anna,
name?
every time we say his name, Anna does a deep sigh.
I know.
So we gotta.
Do you really follow him on Instagram? Is that a thing?
I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally
You just see photos.
research.
You do now?
Yeah.
Across
I do
the way.
research. Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
There's the gentleman.
Look at him.
Yeah, there he is. The man, the myth. Either way, good for you.
The meek.
Good for you with the makeup tutorial. I hope it works out for you and you end up, getting pictures taken in Paris and Rome.
Her
and
eyeliner was great.
Yeah, her makeup was great. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we have is it okay to assault someone in public? You don't think that would be a hard question to answer, but in fact,
You never know.
It might be. Back on the Lunch Break Show again. I am Josh. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1. In studio with me is Zach. Anna in the booth is Matt. We have a question to pose to you. That is it ever okay to assault someone in public? You would think the answer is going to be obviously not. However, there are times when it does happen. This conversation was started because of an article that I saw where a police officer, was it an actual police officer or what was it, a security guard? Nope, it was an actual police officer.
Police
there we
officer.
go. Tased a 7-year-old in a grocery store for shoplifting. Now,
Sorry.
again, to I don't want to say to be fair. That's the wrong term. But
Yes.
to be accurate, the 7-year-old was in fact shoplifting.
What?
And
Shoplifting what?
it doesn't matter. Shoplifting, period.
Stealing is wrong.
Yeah,
All right.
shoplifting,
of course.
period. When he was approached, he turned to leave. So then he was evading his inevitable detention.
Hit her.
Her
It's a girl.
inevitable
Right, it was a
detention.
7-year-old girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
And the officer pulled out a taser and tasered a 7-year-old. So, I don't. Not a whole lot you can say about that.
No,
other
there's
than,
not.
Other than
There may have been another way to handle that situation.
hopefully.
One would hope.
I think Anna had a hot take on that. What was that one again, Anna?
So, it wasn't my own take. It was the girl's mom said, it's wrong to use a taser on a 7-year-old because legally officers can only tase children over 11. And so
How do they get an age limit? They're like, it's fine if you're 11. Now 10 and a half, no.
God,
Right.
no.
The body's not quite prepared for that kind of voltage.
Your little brain can't take it. Yeah, but at 11, that's where you're good.
How many candles were on your last birthday cake?
So hang on. So the mom was like, if you are a police officer and you cannot run, you can be in the police.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the girl was trying to run away, and instead of running, he just tased her.
I hate to say that's my immediate defense here, but dude, yeah, you're in a grocery store and you're going for the holster. Even if it was an adult, what could they possibly be taking? And it's a kid. You can see. Just chase them. She's 7. What's she gonna do? Hop in her car and drive away? Like, how far is she gonna get? Yeah, that's a foot chase.
She had her power wheel outside.
Yeah,
That's a textbook foot chase.
what are
You know the textbook protocol.
I do.
for
Yeah,
foot
like
chases.
you just take off after him, and then you catch him, you give him a stern talking to, you tell him not to do it again. That's it. You can't charge her in criminal court. She's 7.
Anybody here ever shoplift as a kid?
No.
I don't, man.
At a candy bar?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so
played
either.
it pretty straight and narrow when I was a kid. I didn't get to real rowdy till high school.
You're rubbing your face a lot.
I was never tased as a 7. That's for sure. Yeah, I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
There was a convenience store half a block away from my house, and I tried to make away with a, I don't know, Milky Way or something.
Tried
like
to?
that. Tried to. Yeah, I think my mom caught me and was
Okay.
like, bring that back inside. I didn't make it down the street. It was like I had walked outside, and my mom was like, "Did you pay for that?" And I said no, so I had to go and take it back and put it back on the thing.
Yeah.
I got a good scare once at the mall. My dad and I was like a little kid, and my dad and I remember this because it was loud. My dad and I were shopping for my mom. It's Mother's Day coming up or something. And he was standing outside the store for some reason. He'd wandered out, and I saw this like cool blouse or something on the way out. I don't even remember. And I was like, hey, Dad, check this out. Grabbed off the hanger and ran outside, and that's when the sirens went off. And everybody in the mall looks at little Zach.
What were you trying to prove?
I was just going to show him this thing.
What a great bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like,
Check
hey,
this
this
out.
would be a cool like thing to get her. Yeah, and everything goes off, and a manager comes out, and it was like, hey, don't do that. That was all I needed. Like, that scared me straight. That was so embarrassing for me as a kid that, like, I was too afraid to steal anything after that.
Yeah, like-
I didn't know it was a shirt. It like had a little tag in it that would set it off, and therefore, because I didn't know that was a thing in a shirt, I just assumed there was some kind of magnetic technology in everything. And, like, I could never get anything out those doors. In any store, that was just the way the world works. So I just didn't know any better. I was conditioned to not steal things by my own stupidity.
Wow.
So, yeah.
My best friend, when we were living in London, she had this habit of getting distracted with things. So she would like be in a shop and she was playing with this scarf. At some point, it was a charity shop, so it didn't have like anything on it, like no alarms or anything. So she just walked off with the scarf outside, and then an hour later, she realized that because I met her and I was like, oh, you have a new scarf? And she's like, I don't have a... Oh my God. Another time with food in a supermarket.
Wow.
Did she
Started
go back
eating.
and pay for the scarf?
She didn't. She like
Shady friends you have.
she
Yeah.
would do
man.
this all the time. We were at the airport one time.
No wonder
and
she likes that mugshot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it all makes sense.
It's kind of
Very
cruise
naughty.
she's rolling with.
I'm rolling with the naughties.
Yeah.
The naughty.
So the thing I had mentioned when we talked about this,
Yeah.
this police officer getting tased, Christine and I were talking last night, and I saw a video just the other day of a dad, I think it was a dad, maybe it was just a dude, who saw a guy taking upskirt photos in a store, right? Which is not okay for anybody. It's fine. Not all right. And
Sure.
the dad sees him do this, and according to the security camera footage that I saw, because that's what was posted on the internet, he immediately tackles the guy and punches him out in the middle of a store in public. He doesn't announce to the room, hey, that guy's a creep, or look out, nothing. No warning, just goes for it and knocks this guy out cold. And the question I had is that just socially acceptable? Can we just do that now? Like, obviously
Just
that
jump
dude's a creep.
someone because you think you saw something.
But without any pre-warning to anybody else in the situation. Because what it looks like is you're a psycho who just assaulted a guy. Like, that's what that appears to be.
Yeah.
And assuming that guy has multiple photos on his phone to verify that what he was doing actually happened, and he didn't just immediately delete that one. Or, I don't know, I don't know what the situation is, but like the appearance is you've just committed a crime. And I'm wondering, like, is that just all right? Is that where we're at now? We can just do that and
Here's the deal. If this and I think to say dad paints a better picture. So we'll say dad.
I want to say it was a dad and his daughter or something.
Yeah.
Like,
if this dad was able to watch the full interaction, like there's this girl shopping and she's minding her own business, and the guy walks up who looks like a creep and like takes me and then like tries to like walk off because like and then he jumps in. I think society says hero. I'm not sure what the law says, but I think society-wise, thumbs up, you're A-okay.
Right.
I doubt that's allowed under the law.
I don't
Yeah.
see that being
It's still
okay. Yeah, I
assault.
just don't.
Remember in Addison, it's probably a few years back, there was a police chase. And once Air One was up, they knew, hey, we have this guy. Mm-hmm. So the cops just backed off. They weren't like in active pursuit. They were just going to wait for this guy to park or stop, and then they were all going to go in and grab him. So the Air One was up, but he was weaving through traffic on like Spring Valley and like Montford over here.
Yeah.
He rams the back of this minivan, loses control, and at going like 40 miles an hour, just rams the back of this minivan. Mm-hmm. At this point in time, there are no cops around.
Right.
There's just this guy who got into a really bad accident. The mom and the dad of that van got out and beat this guy up.
I thought it was just the mom.
Well, the dad was there.
Oh, okay.
He was like kind of like pushing him back in, and he would throw into. But the mom was definitely the aggressor.
Right.
Yeah, she went hog wild. I mean, just throwing punches, haymaker, slamming him down. This guy got his
cleaned. Yeah.
hiney kicked.
Sure.
And everyone goes, "Oh, what a hero! What a hero she is to stop this guy from running away." I'm like, nope. She was not. There was no sort of like, to her knowledge, all she knew was that this guy was driving recklessly and hit her. Right. That's all she knew. The anger from that caused her to beat this guy up. Mm-hmm. If anything, they should all go to jail. But she didn't actually end up going to jail. She was, they didn't press charges.
But I mean, yeah, ignorance is bliss, I guess. In that
in that case, and so the same thing. This guy, he did witness a crime, so that's different. He did witness a crime, and I think at that point in time, I think your anger at the injustice of these creeps who tend to get by with stuff. It's such a huge problem that they're having with that. I think in South Korea, there's a whole movement because the little like hidden camera shot things are so popular and rampant that no one feels safe.
Right.
Wow.
We're fortunate that's not a knowing thing here. If it is, nobody really knows about it. But yeah, I'm like, you're assuming a couple things. All right. You're assuming, one, that guy got a photo that could be submitted as evidence to the court. And it actually worked and got a decent photo. Two, he didn't immediately delete it after he got it, because what if he did? And what if he got a photo and was like, I don't like that or whatever, and deleted it? And three, anybody else saw this happen besides you. And four, that the security camera that's hovering over in the corner, the CCTV camera that's dusty and has been there since the 90s, works and is on and recording. But you're assuming a lot of things to witness what you just did to somebody. And if any of those fall through, You've just committed a crime without any due process.
You don't think?
Just get
He said,
somebody
she
and
said.
say, hey, I think this guy's being a creep or something like that.
Right.
But you assume he cares. The dad. That dad would go, you could take me to jail. It's worth going to jail to have this creep be pummeled.
Right.
It's worth me going to jail over. This is the video
This is the video of
the mom.
Oh man,
the
okay.
mom,
I
the
do
mom.
want to get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see he's trying to get through that
Trying to seize the gap.
red light.
Yeah.
Here's the
And then,
deal.
the mom just comes.
The van that gets the biggest hit.
No, they're off in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah. See, that's the dad involved as well.
Oh right, yeah, I remember. And the kid just flopping around on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid's gonna grow up to be totally normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she was saying, after the cops arrived, I knew that the cops were like, no, you didn't.
Maybe
you had
she
no
did
idea.
on the news, on the radio.
Yeah,
Come on.
she knew after the cops showed up, but there was a good, 30, 40, 50 seconds where there were no cops around.
Right, you didn't know.
You didn't know.
Yeah, they're not announcing that on the radio. Like, hey, there's a guy driving down Spring Valley. Yeah, stop him. Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't know. That is a very convenient argument for her.
But that's one of those deals for me. Is like I think that my mindset, if I was that dad, I wouldn't care. You could ticket me, take me to jail. I beat up a pervert. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but if the guy ends up walking at the end of the day, I mean,
Well, but when you beat him up,
and
you
you're
don't
in
know.
jail, then that's very counterintuitive to your initial approach.
Yeah, obviously you're not rational in that moment. You're irrational. You see something and you act of like, hey, I want to stand up and protect all women everywhere from perverts like this. You can't just get away with it.
So, God forbid you witness something like this happen.
Yeah.
What's the move? You find a manager, you call 911, you find somebody next to you and go, hey, you mind see what this guy does?
Follow this guy around.
I wouldn't
figure out evidence.
Yeah, I wouldn't beat him up. So I had something like this happen once. Not the upskirt camp.
Yeah.
Back when we had Blockbusters, so that tells you how long ago this was. I was probably 24, 25, and I was in a Blockbuster again off of Beltline in Addison. Back when they were selling like buy two for like $10 DVDs.
Oh yeah.
And I was just going through and cleaning up. And it was just
Making
me.
a mint.
Yeah, it was me and one other and the girl behind the counter, and that was all that was in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going through and looking at stuff, and a guy walks in, and he's probably I probably have him by like 30 or 40 pounds. A guy walks in, not as big as I am, and he starts becoming very aggressive toward the lady behind the counter.
Wow.
What's going on? Late fees?
No, he wanted to return a DVD that he bought and had already opened. And she said, I can't do that. I can replace it if it's damaged, but you can't return a DVD you've already opened.
Right.
That isn't not how this works.
Yeah.
We all know you can burn DVDs. Everyone's caught on to this.
Should have gone to Walmart. See, those kind of business practices put you out of business.
Yeah. So she goes, hey, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to call my manager, or you're gonna have to email corporate, whatever it is that you want to do, but I can't do that here.
Yeah, sure.
And she was being very nice, but he just kept getting more and more aggressive. And at some point in time, I looked down and I was standing like 2 feet away from the guy. Like I had like stopped what I was doing and like instinctively like walked over there.
Just to make sure everything's neat. Yeah, I get it. You're like, I'm gonna,
I'm a pounce away if I have to be.
right.
What, your body took over or
I don't
something?
remember
Like,
walking over there. So I'm saying, I don't
you're in
remember.
a fugue state and
I'm not the kind of guy that goes, I need to go stop this. I'm not that guy. And so, but somehow I ended up just like being like walking over there without like kind of as I was staring at the situation. And the guy then started like to knock things off the counter like toward her. So he didn't actually hit her.
Ooh.
But he like had a pin case and some DVDs. And he was just slapping those at her direction.
Box of Raisinets.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so I came up behind him and I said, hey man, I said, you may just want to email the manager. That's going to be a lot more productive. And then he had some choice words for me.
little conflict management.
Yeah. And he had some. And I said, I'm sorry you feel that way. That doesn't change this moment in time.
Yeah.
Where she can't help you. So you're gonna have to email someone or call someone to get someone else who can help you.
What do you call you?
Things that I can't say
Sneeze
on
out.
the show. Yeah, exactly. And then he shoved me. Like he put his hands like, on me and like pushed me. And again, this is not like the most manly thing I've ever done. I just bear hugged him. Like I just grabbed him in a bear hug because I'm like, hey, he didn't. I'm not sure. Like I'm going, did he assault me? Is that can we fight? Like what's the rules on this?
Yeah.
And I didn't know for like 100%.
Is he facing you?
Yeah.
So you guys are
face to face. And so he starts trying to like kick my shins. So I just pick him up and like cock him to the side. So I have his arms pinned down by his side.
Oh man.
And I just like walk him outside like the door, and I get him in there and I kind of close the door behind him. Now, given there's another door right there that he can walk right back into. Every Blockbuster has the two-way, whatever it is. But
fire exits.
He was not thinking that way. He said some other choice words and said he'll be back, and then he ran off. And I remember being like, that was like the most adrenaline I've had over a hug I can ever remember in my entire life. So I was like, hey, you may want to call the cops because he goes back.
Tip your hat at the lady and walk
No,
out?
but here's the BS part is I went to go buy my 4 DVDs and she didn't comp them.
They didn't give you a discount on
No, I had to pay full price.
You should have.
Oh.
Like,
should've tipped your hat.
like knocked the pin cans at her.
Should have tipped your hat, grabbed your DVDs, and just walked out.
Walked out,
thanks, and then just yep, you're on your way.
That should do it.
The price of vigilante justice.
That reminds me of that video that I think we played it on here. The ladies at Sears that were just like lighting that cashier up, and it boggles my mind how angry someone gets when they can't do what they think should be, I guess, a simple transaction where it could like you said, this could have just been solved with, hey, we can't do that. Okay, fine, I'll talk to a manager. Like, that's all you had to do.
Nope.
But to rise to the level of anger where you're throwing things at someone because they won't return a DVD for you, I'll never understand that headspace, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll never get there.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No. You probably have much more than I did. It's fine. I was going for filler.
I'm just going to
What
leave
do
the
you
shot on Anna until she speaks.
This is getting awkward.
I should say, I mean, someone must be a big baby for that to happen, or is clearly on the wrong and is like, you know, I'm trying to get cash out of these people, and you know, this is the way I do my life. So, you know, this is actually nothing. This is a character I put on and just strip it off. And
Yeah, I remember when we watched that, you said, man, some of us are just one bad day away from something like that. I'm like, I don't think so. I think you got to be a series of bad days to get to that point where like that minor hang up in your life is bad enough for you to flip out about it and like start, you know, sliding milk duds at a manager or whatever. Like, that's a problem.
Oh, yeah, sir?
Yeah, how do you like me now? Yeah, giving bear hugs to strangers.
Yeah.
I just get the feeling that when I see stuff, Diego is the one where he will look. One time, two guys were wrestling drunk in the London Tube, and there's no barriers. And so I'm there, and I had a drink, which in my own terms
You're
means
wasted.
I'm wasted. Well, not wasted, but you know.
Sure.
Anyway, and so they're wrestling, and I'm like,
You're filming.
I'm going there, and I'm separating because these two guys are they're not in their minds. They can fall on the tracks.
How are you separating these people?
Oh no, I want to go. I'm there. I'm like, I'm going, and Diego's like, you're not going. And I'm like,
No.
you're drunk. And Diego's like, no. And that's how I feel. I feel like whenever I see something, I want to do something, but I'm like, look at me.
Yeah.
Like someone will slap me.
Aw.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Talking sense into some people won't work. So I will assess the situation case per case. But still.
I guess that's the big lesson here. Assess the situation.
Yeah.
Suss it out. Take a quick break. We'll come back. I do have one more break I want to get into. Do we have another video to run, or should we just go right into the break?
Well, we can just take a quick break.
Okay, quick break. We come right back. I want to talk about two baby-related things. That and more when we come right back on the Lunch Break Show. And we are back. I told another story during the break of a situation I saw in Plano at the Londoner that involved two drunk guys fighting with choice language, but they didn't like finish their sentence. It had a totally different meaning. It's a whole thing.
I'm so much more quick to brush off drunk people fighting than sober people fighting. Sober people fighting, I'm like, guys, let's get our head. Drunk people fighting, I'm like, let them fight. What are you gonna do?
Let them
like
figure it out.
they're not there. It's fine.
Let them fight.
Yeah, let them work it out.
Two things, and I'm purposely not going to spend too long on this one. But mom breaks half marathon record while pushing kids in stroller. So to be clear, she didn't break the half marathon record.
Right.
She broke the record while pushing 3 kids of someone who ran a
The
half
stroller
marathon
record.
with 3 kids in it.
A hero.
So she did it in 1 hour and 29 minutes, which is great. Phenomenal.
Sure.
2 minutes faster.
Much better than I would ever do on a half marathon.
With no kids, nothing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
And again, I hope there's some moms who like to run. I do know a mom who does love to run. I'm not sure if she's done the stroller run or not, but does a stroller that is on wheels slow you down that much? Maybe uphill. It'd be kind of a burden.
Sorry, are you making the case that having to push 3 kids in a marathon is not really a challenge? Is that?
It's the question that I'm asking.
Would you want to run a marathon like tugging a cart full of
No, pulling
20-pound
something is
sandbags?
different.
Pulling something.
Pulling something is
Pushing
different.
something. What are you talking about? You're still moving the same
The
amount of
way
weight.
I have a kid. The way those strollers, it's effortless. I can do it with a finger. It's
Sure.
effortless.
Okay.
But having to pull it, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's totally out of the question.
Totally different.
Yeah, that's a stress.
I did want to say,
Yeah.
yeah. Did they have like a hot brand on this, like the type of strollers?
I'm sure it's one of those like
gotta be a
joggers.
nice one.
It's one of those like joggers. They have some that
a
literally
triple stroller.
Yeah.
yeah, that can roll.
So,
That's a
yeah.
lot going on.
She was roaming people on her way, just like
hills throw it off. If anything though, if it's a downhill slope, hop on the back and there you go. She's get some good.
Pretty sure.
Get some good.
It's like hopping on the cart at the grocery store.
yeah,
sure,
If
yeah.
anything, she's cheating.
Right.
So
She's kiting off that. She's drafting off the air that's coming around.
You're right.
Yeah.
This barely counts as anything.
it's
Sure.
just a question that I had. I wanted to pose.
It's a question. Anybody opposed?
Yeah.
No?
Anyone know?
Nope.
Make up your minds on that one.
What is this other hot story you've got?
The other hot story was a list of ridiculous baby products.
Oh no. How about jogging triple strollers? Is
Yeah.
that?
Hey, those triple strollers are no joke. People that have triplets,
Yeah.
tip of the hat.
Yeah, but I feel like you get three very vulnerable things. You're like, I'm going to go for a light half marathon today. Like, that seems aggressive.
But the people that run half marathons don't like they're in a different mind space than we are. Like they don't think anything wrong with running half marathons. That's
is
fun.
true.
That's exciting.
Right.
So obviously the kids would have a fun time because I'm having a fun time.
Were they buckled? They come
I'm
with
sure,
buckled.
yeah, I'm
I was
sure,
going to say,
yeah.
they had to have been buckled.
You don't leave a kid in the stroller all willy-hilly.
All
Is
right,
there
so-
anything that you've purchased since having a kid that you were like, I never could have foreseen myself purchasing this
Oh God, yeah.
this
come.
item?
I mean, yeah. My wife's in a kick right now where she buys vintage toys,
Nice.
Oh, cute.
like toys that she had when she was his age,
Aw, how
and that
nostalgic.
she loved.
Yeah.
So obviously, 30 some odd years later, he'll love them too.
Well, it's like showing your kid a Disney flick, right? It's
Yeah, but it's also like it's like those little tots, those little like little people,
Yeah.
whatever they're called. Little people. They have like a bus and a ramp. Either the
oh, like
thing.
the wooden ones.
No, these are like plastic.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
they,
no,
they
the
don't,
little
they don't-
people with their own bus and ramps and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Right.
They don't sell them anymore. They don't sell them anymore. And so
Okay.
she found them and she bought some and she got them all cleaned up and she's like, this is going to be super cool one day.
That's kind of neat.
So like
Yeah.
those kind of things for sure, but also the shusher.
What is that?
Is
it
that
is
like the clapper.
No, it is a thing that you turn on that just goes shh.
It's a real device.
It's a real device. And
It's
my
like a
friend-
white noise machine or something? Or?
We have that as well.
Yeah.
But when a kid hears shh, they're like, okay, someone's in the room. It's fine.
What does that retail for?
I have no idea. A friend of mine bought it for me and goes, I'm buying this for you because I know you'll never buy it.
Yeah.
You'll use it every single day.
It's a sign of a good gift.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because I would see it sort of like, that's stupid. Who's buying a shusher? Now I'm like, dear God, guys, buy a shusher.
Yeah.
I heard about these things. I don't have a kid, so I don't know for sure, but I've heard about these things where I guess you need to clear their noses out
Yep.
on occasion.
Oh.
And so, yeah, it's like a siphon. It's like a tube
What?
that goes into their nose that you suck on,
Yep.
except there's a barrier or something to catch anything
Oh,
that's
thank God.
coming out.
No.
Don't
when
yeah,
I
you buried the
saw
lead a little bit on that. I was like, dude, like, no, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so there's
so
some
It's
kind of
unbelievable.
You put, we have one. We have
Yeah.
one. It's, I forget what it's called, but you put the plunger like, in their nose. And then you just, and the thing is you could pass out because you have to give like a hard drag to get that stuff out of there. And you're right. And you're just having to go
You
to
pull
town.
out the carburetor and you're
Yeah, like, oh, God.
clear it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But,
we're going for a big breath. There we go.
yeah, it's a, and the thing is that he thinks it's hilarious because, he's going to make a little game out of it. But yeah,
Sure.
it's, those are kind of weird. These toys that are covered in tags, they're called taggies.
What is that,
Taggies.
like shirt tags?
They just say they're the kind of thing that you love to put on, and like the kids love to put on their mouth. So it's just like
Yeah.
a whole ball
just
full
with-
of little like chewable ball taggies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that seem like
Sure.
something that you would need?
No,
Maybe not yet.
no. This is a thing that we have. And it's not. We don't have this particular brand, the Oogie Bear, but it's a little like bear that has a snot grabber basically in it. And you just like, hey, the bear, and then you go digging, yeah.
Like in the nose? It's got like a spoon or something?
Has a
or
little
like,
like little hook There's a little
Okay.
hook at the bottom that goes in and has to pull out stuff. They can't blow their own nose.
No, you're right.
And the ball little suction cup thing that worked when we were kids isn't as effective anymore as it should be. So
Yeah.
now you have other tools.
No.
Wow.
My God.
We're all staring at each other.
Yeah,
the
it's like,
non,
no
the
thanks.
non-children
Such
Yeah.
a process.
It's kind of one of those things that I would have thought if you would have told me when I was sans kid, you guys would have told me you're going to buy a device that you're going to put in the kid's nose with a mouthpiece attached to the other end,
Right.
and you're going to suck their snot out. I would go, you're crazy. I would never do that.
No way.
Yeah.
That doesn't
I would
sound
never
like
do that.
something I would do.
Or you're going to hope that your kid passes gas in front of you. So you're going to like take his legs. You're going to like help push the air out of him. You're like, no, I'm never going to.
Like pump it like a bellows?
Yeah, you got you take his feet and his knees and you got like squish and you got like apply some pressure to help the air release.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, when they're young, yeah. But now he's 15 months now. The other day I picked him up and he passed gas, and then he looked at me and went. I was like, all right, now it's no longer innocent
Yeah,
and cute.
yeah.
You,
No, we're
you
not-
knew what you did.
We're not playing this game anymore.
Yeah, you knew what you did, and then you laughed about it.
Yeah.
We are done. So anything that you guys find that you think is a weird thing for kids to buy, please post it on Facebook. We will check back later on. Anything else you guys want to toss in before we sign off for our Friday show?
No, I guess. I got a thing, but it's not
What?
worth
No,
it.
no.
Oh, boy.
People say that we are all created in God's own image, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's getting heavy.
we're like, look at the devices it takes to manage a child. Like,
Right.
come on, we're not. That just does not add up for me. Like,
That's
that
not
doesn't.
How did a child stay alive?
That's not what it takes.
Yeah.
Like cave people can have kids.
Sure.
There's kids that are born in like Hudelian slums that survive and they're fine.
Right.
These are just things that we buy to make life maybe easier, or we think it's going to be more convenient. These are luxury items for kids.
I guess.
Yeah, they don't need the snot sucker.
So it's optional.
It's totally optional.
So you're like, you don't have to. You're actively choosing to do that.
If I think it's going to improve the well-being of my child,
Gotcha.
I'll go, you know what? I'll give that a shot.
Willing to make the sacrifice.
Yeah. But and I'm not like, it's really cool to do. No, that never happens. But if I
Saturday
think,
night.
yeah, if I think this may help him breathe better at night,
Right.
so he'll sleep through the night, you would do anything to have that child sleep through the night. One thing I will say, if you're a parent out there and you're thinking about having kids, turn off your Amazon auto buy. Make it where you have to log in to buy something on your phone.
Why?
Because at 2 o'clock in the morning when that kid is screaming, you would buy anything. Anything. $200 doesn't matter. Send it overnight.
Yeah.
Yep. I want it here in an hour and a half. Yes, please. You would buy anything if you thought there was an outside chance it would get that child to get quiet.
I love it.
So
One-click ordering.
that is turn that off just because you will regret it. Coming back on Monday right here on the Lunch Break Show. Again, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please join us, like, subscribe, and follow. I am Josh, Zach, Anna, and Matt. Have a phenomenal weekend and enjoy yourself.